Hello, professors and doctors. My name is Yifan, and my topic is the impact of traditional retail company logistics services on customer satisfaction, taking IKEA as an example. The project is divided into 6 parts. Part 1, Abstract. In retail scenarios, how logistics service dimensions affect consumers' product satisfaction is an ongoing problem. Based on the stimulus organism response framework, this study explores the relationship between logistics service equality, consumer satisfaction, and repurchase intention. Data collected through an online questionnaire survey was sent to 311 consumers who used IKEA logistics services in China, and a total of 305 valid responses were received. After analyzing the results using sparse and AMOS, this study found that perceived order accuracy, perceived order condition, perceived timeliness, and the transportation cost have a positive impact on consumer satisfaction. While consumer satisfaction have a positive impact on repurchase intention, this study has practical significance for managers of retailer like IKEA and managers of logistics services providers. Part 2, Problem Statement. For the full nature market, good logistics services will make the company stand out among competitors. Enterprises also need to establish a mechanism with high logistics services and low logistic costs to improve consumer satisfaction and promote consumers' willingness to purchase again. In the e-retail logistics services industry, consumer satisfaction is the pillar, but unfortunately, the reality lags far behind the imagination. That is, the quality of logistics services is not enough to achieve product satisfaction. This is a considerable research gap and point that deserves attention. Part 3, Research Objectives. I wanted to investigate the relationship between order quality, order accuracy, order condition, timeliness, availability, and transportation cost with consumer satisfaction. Also, I wanted to investigate the relationship between consumer satisfaction and repurchase intention. Part 4, Methodology. First one, SOR model. The Stimulus Organism Response Framework is a model proposed by Marabian and Russell in 1974. It describes the association between perceived stimuli, the internal state of an organism, and the subsequent behavior of the object. Under this theory, the stimulus is represented by the quality of logistics services, including perceived order quality, perceived order accuracy, perceived order condition, perceived timeliness, and perceived availability. The organism is reflected by consumer satisfaction, and the response means the individual's final response to the retailer, which is the intention to repurchase. Second, sample and data collection. The data collection method adopted in this study was an online survey method. Based on the research questions and the literature review, a set of questionnaires were designed. The questionnaire was designed using Google Forms. The survey was written in English and translated into Chinese to ask Chinese adult consumers. The online questionnaire was conducted in China. Participants were selected based on certain criteria. First, participants had to have visited the IKEA China website at least once to search for product information. Second, participants had to have purchased items from IKEA China in the past year, either online or in-store. Third, questionnaire design and variables. The questionnaire consisted of 2 parts. The first part was the demographic information of the participants, such as gender, age, education level, average monthly income, and so on. The second part focused on consumers' perceptions of logistics service quality. The questionnaire used a 5-point Likert scale ranging from 1 to 5. The items on perceived logistics service quality were adapted from buying stock and measure. Here, logistics service quality was operationalized into 5 constructors, namely order quality, order accuracy, order condition, timeliness, availability, and transportation cost. The items on consumer satisfaction were adapted from Zhao. In addition, according to Detroit, logistics service quality includes availability, product quality and condition, develop time, and transportation cost. So, the structure of transportation cost is added the logistics service quality indicator. Finally, the items on repurchase item were adapted from Li. The consumer satisfaction model of IKEA from the perspective of logistics service quality constructed in this paper involve 6 primary variables. It is difficult to measure directly and is highly subjective. The structural equation model can represent unmeasurable variables through the values of the collected observed variables, thereby measuring the latent variables and the correction between variables. Therefore, this study uses ML software to construct a structural equation model of the influencing factors of IKEA's consumer satisfaction from the perspective of logistics service quality to test the fit between the collected data and the research model. The model contains 8 latent variables and 24 observed variables. There are 7 hypotheses in this article: order quality, order accuracy, order condition, timeliness, availability, transportation cost have significant positive effect on consumer satisfaction, and consumer satisfaction has a significant positive effect on repurchase intention. Part 5. Analysis and discussion. The reliability of a questionnaire is reflected by the consistency of the results obtained by repeated surveys of the same individual in the same form. Generally speaking, when the Cronbach's alpha value of the scale is between 0.7 to 0.8, the scale reliability is good. And when it is between 0.8 to 0.9, the scale reliability is very good. This paper uses bar software to analyze the scale, and the overall Cronbach's alpha value of the scale is 0.883, between 0.8 to 0.9. The overall reliability of the questionnaire is high, and the internal consistency is good. Bagozzi and Foxall showed that confirmatory factor analysis can be used to evaluate reliability and validity. The CFA skewness of fit was used to further examine the construct's convergent validity. Specific chi-square DF is 1.934, less than 3 is good. GFI is 0.902, greater than 0.9 is good. CFI is 0.935, greater than 0.9 is good. RMSEA is 0.055, less than 0.08 is good, and TLI is 0.922. Results of variables in this study were within the acceptable range. According to Hale, AVE scores should be around 0.5 and should explain 50% or more of the variance. All indicators had significant loading into the respective latent constructs, with values between 0.526 and 0.78. The CR value of all the variables ranged from 0.769 to 0.913, greater than 0.7. Therefore, the reliability of these findings is satisfactory. According to Hale, discriminant validity ensures that a concept measure is statistically distinctive and accurately depicts phenomena that other measures in a structural equation model miss. The results showed that the square of AVE value for all the variables were higher than the inter-constructor correlations. The outloading values of all indicators were higher than the values of all cross-loadings on the other constructs. Thus, the outcomes were considered appropriate. Part 6. Conclusions and managerial implications. The SEM results show that the effect of order quality and availability on consumer satisfaction are insignificant. The results illustrate that one unit change in order quality and availability will insignificantly bring change in consumer satisfaction. Hence, Hypothesis 1 and Hypothesis 5 are not supported. While order accuracy, order condition, timeliness, transportation cost have significantly positive impact on consumer satisfaction. Thus, Hypothesis 2, 3, 4, 6 is supported. Finally, repurchase intention is significantly positively affected by consumer satisfaction. Thus, Hypothesis 7 is also supported. The findings provide some practical insights for managers seeking to improve consumer satisfaction and consumer repurchase rates. Control transportation costs, improve order processing timeliness, strengthen order accuracy, maintain good order condition, and optimize overall customer experience. That's all my project. Thank you.